Uh-oh, everyone. I don't trust this. You got anything to say, Michael? No, no, no. What's up, everyone? Steve Sievers for Bionic Buzz. We're here in Fantasmic, Orlando. This place has got everything. Cosplayers, celebrity guests, panels, and cool spooky merchandise. Let's go see who we can talk to. Here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passions. You're
okay.
Very passionate about history and
Yes.
spookiness, paranormal activity. Where did that passion come from? A certain movie, a TV show, something that was naturally for you?
Actually, as a child, I was growing up in Dayton, Ohio, and I had my earliest childhood memory is going up. I had a bedroom on the second floor, and it had a doorway to the stairway to the attic on the third floor. And my earliest memory is climbing those stairs and seeing some dark shape with red eyes staring back at me, and then it charged me, and then I remember my mother carrying me down the stairs and putting me to bed. So what did I see? What was it? That's always been this thing in the back of my head. So as I grew up, I got, of course, right after that's the 70s. So it's the mid 70s. So Star Wars and The Exorcist and everything is filling my, and of course In Search Of is filling my head. So I'm like, oh, there are monsters, there are ghosts, Chariots of the Gods, there's UFOs, this, Close Encounters. This is amazing. My world is expanding. And then it just kind of dies in the 80s. It all becomes, oh, it's all fanciful. It's all this. But I really like this stuff. I saw something. Something has drawn me to it. So, of course, 90s, I became a dad, so it all got put away. We put away childish things. But I still loved ghosts. I still love monsters. So I ran a haunted house out of my house because I couldn't afford to take my kids to horror nights, so I built one myself. But we based it on local lore and legends in St. Petersburg. So I started collecting the stories. And that's when, instead of having a werewolf jump out at you, we had a skunk ape jump out at you. Instead of having, a vampire, we had Madame Orr, this infamous bordello owner. So that is like lost to history in Tampa Bay. But I loved her. I thought it was this great character. So we made it from dusk till dawn, and it was a lot of fun. But that's what we did. So I had all these stories. When we finally got shut down by the city of St. Pete, because we had 10,000 people a weekend going through my backyard, that's when we said, okay, fine, we're gonna do the stories, and we're gonna dig into the history behind them. And that's what I do, is now I tell the history behind them. I travel, I do a lot of paranormal conventions, UFO shows. I do a lot of documentaries and travel channel bits. You'll see my talking head on a lot of things. Usually beardless, but more recent because otherwise I look like Brendan Fraser, I was told. So, and we've never been in the same place at the same time. Not saying I am Brendan Fraser, but a Fraser. So it's yeah, it's it is what it is. I've seen unusual things since. I am not a parapsychologist. I am not a Bigfoot hunter. I am not a ghost hunter, UFO hunter. But I go with Bigfoot hunting teams, ghost hunting teams, UFO hunting teams, and get their story. That's part of what I do, is so I can share that. And now, because my books have been bestsellers, I get tons of emails and tons of things asking me, well, I saw something. Who do I report it to? I steer them to the right places, and I help them find paranormal teams that might investigate their house and stuff like that. That's part of what I do too. So that's my side gig now.
Gotcha.
So making sure people get to the right places.
You mentioned something about a new documentary during the panel coming up.
Yeah, it's I can't say too much about it because there's NDAs and all that, and it was supposed to be out by now, so I was supposed to be talking all about it at these events. But it's about Robert the Doll. Down in Key West, very infamous haunted figure, and we were there when he was first brought back to the artist's house, where the Otto house where he was originally found, for the first time in 30 years. So it was pretty epic documentary. It'll be on Discovery or HBO. It's that whole merger thing is what's causing all the problems. So companies and all that fun stuff. HBO. So. We don't know when, and we don't know if it'll be on Discovery app or the HBO app, but it's on one of them at some point. But if you just keep an eye on my website, as soon as it's available, I will be promoting the hell out of it.
So I assume you sell your books books, sign books, stuff from your website, all that good
Yep,
stuff.
yep.
Social media.
EerieFlorida.com, EerieTravels.com. Also links to our local television show down in Port Richey, Florida, where I go on day trips and do spooky things. And then, but you can find us. Eerie, Florida is usually the best place. And my lovely wife's the illustrator. She will sign them and draw something in them, and I sign them. But you can find our books anywhere. We're in every Walgreens, CVS, and Cracker Barrel in the States. So we love History Press. They've treated us like kings. So, can't go wrong with that. So.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for the amazing panel and for taking your time talking.
It was my pleasure. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you on the other side.